Hey guys, so today we're gonna be cleaning my kid's bathroom. So yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna start by vacuuming. I'm using my rainbow vacuum that I have. It's my absolute favorite vacuum. This vacuum has a lot of different attachments. This one that I just put on is my favorite. I use it to dust all the vents, baseboards, doors, walls, pretty much anything. I could even use it on my furniture. I usually like to wipe down my doors, just because from my kids and everyone, if they have wet hands and they touch the doorknobs or dirty, it'll even splash onto the doors. I just didn't actually get it done in this video, but I'd highly suggest doing that. Next, I'm gonna dust my walls. I used the extended Swiffer. It really does collect all the dust and helps so much prevent all the stuff that is building up on your walls to spread throughout your house. It does get sucked up with your AC and ends up in other places. So I usually do this all over my house as much as I can. Usually once a week when I deep clean, but if not, at least once a month, just to make sure I get all that dust. Next, I grab my small Swiffer that is just a handheld one, and I'll dust all the small places, like my toilet paper holder, and all those little things. Then I'll start by cleaning my sink. I always use the scrubbing bubbles. I like to give it a nice good scrub to get all the soap scum and all that out. And I rinse it just with my hands as best as I can. Then I always like to go and grab my bleach and spray it down again just to really disinfect and give it another good scrub down. I also like to rinse that just with my hands. I don't like to pour water because I don't want it to get sucked up anywhere. I also highly recommend drying everything once you're done so you don't get those hard water stains. To clean my mirrors, I always like to use a spray away glass cleaner. It's like foam, and if you're still using Windex and not the spray away, you need to change. And then for my stainless steel, I like to polish everything after I'm done just to not have any watermarks. I also use a spray away, and I will leave the link here. Everything is linked to my Amazon account. Then I start working my way to my toilet. I like to spray everything down with Clorox real good, wipe everything down. It helps disinfect everything. I have, my daughter's young, so she likes to, when she sits in the toilet, her hands will go all over the place. So I make sure I get every single bit. Just wipe everything down. I'm gonna go ahead and also add this Clorox that I'm using, which is the best Clorox out there. I'm gonna put it in my Amazon account. It's gonna be linked to the video. All of my cleaning products. Here while I'm scrubbing my toilet, I like to make sure that I get in that gap under like the lip of the toilet. Usually a lot of things build up there, so I make sure I scrub real good there. And then I spray down my brush with some Clorox and flush it for like a rinse. The next biggest thing that I don't do all the time, but I try to do it at least once a month. I gotta definitely do this more, is unscrew my toilet seat. You would think that it'd be real clean under there, but it always gets real gross, and that's where a lot of urine builds up. So you'll have that urine smell in your bathrooms. So I highly recommend doing this. A lot of people never ever do this, and it's just gets so gross under there. I literally clean my bathroom, deep clean it once a week, do this about once a month. I also spray down my toilets and my sinks almost every single day just because of my kids, and I don't like to have messes around my house. And you're gonna see what this looks like. It's pretty gross. Here I just finished spraying down all of like the screws that the toilet was used to hold, and voila, there's the disgustingness. Wow, that was pretty bad. And those screws usually have urine, so you gotta make sure you spray them down, you wipe them down very good. I go ahead and I spray all this down with bleach, let it sit for a second, and then I wipe it down, and everything just comes right off. Looks so clean, and make sure I get in all the cracks. But this makes such a difference. I did notice ever since I started doing this, my bathroom has not had that bad urine smell when the bathroom sits with the door closed and all that. That just doesn't happen anymore. And guys, I always open these up every single time, almost every single day, and clean inside of here. So even if you're doing that, it's just not enough. You have to remove the toilet seat if you can and get real deep under there. And here's another tip: while you are getting ready to screw your toilet seat back, make sure you have your screws the right way. I did not here, so I had to screw it and then unscrew it again and start all over. That took me a while. So I highly recommend pay attention how you're removing those screws so you can put them back the same way. Then I move on to spraying the bottom of my toilet seat. Also, a lot of people don't clean this, and a lot of dust builds up. Urine will drip there, and make sure I clean this almost every single day. This is a big part of having your bathroom looking spotless. This is the biggest cleaning tip I can give you. If you have boys or men or even your guests that come to your house, anybody that pees standing up, that pee is gonna splash. Doesn't matter if they're little, big, it's gonna splash. You have to clean the walls around it. If you have any furniture, glass, like anything, you have to make sure you clean it, or that splash of urine is gonna just smell. I'm using Mr. Clean spray here. You could use Lysol sprays, anything. Just make sure you spot test so you're not, ruining your cabinets or anything. I also then go ahead and just wipe down my whole cabinet. Sometimes I'll have drips of water from my kids brushing their teeth, and this would just get everything out and leave it nice and clean. Then let's move on to the shower. First thing I do is remove everything that I have in there. Everything. I have these holders that I use that they're like suctioned on. They're really real easy to put on and remove. I got them on Amazon. They're also linked, and it makes it so easy versus the sticky ones. Then I spray everything down with scrubbing bubbles. I got this brush also from Amazon. I use it since I'm very small. I'm only 5 feet, so I can't reach a lot of places. It helps me big time. I scrub all the top, and then I grab my sponge here. I'm using a Scrub Daddy. They are my favorite sponges. I'm using it. I'm scrubbing everything down. The handles. You have to make sure you get everything. Soap usually splashes in place that you don't even think is there, and after it sits for a while, it just really builds up. Then we're gonna go ahead and get our shower head, spray that, and give that a scrub down. The cords, everything you have, all the pieces, because soap would just build up everywhere and give you a lot of hard water stains. Anything really that you're touching. I then go ahead and start rinsing my shower. Ever since we switched my shower head, this handheld one, it's made such a difference. I used to rinse everything with a little cup, and it would take me forever. I also use a scrubbing bubble spray. I like to use a foamy one. I use it on my shower doors. I give everything, I spray and I give it a really good scrub, and this will remove all soap stains, which I usually have a lot because my kids, when they're putting soap on, it just splashes everywhere. Then we're gonna go ahead and give that a good rinse, just to make sure you get all that product off. I then use all my squeegee thing just to get all that water off. Before I had this, I would just get a towel or paper towel and just dry everything real good. If you're not drying everything real good, you're just not gonna have the same results. You're gonna end up with a lot of water stains. So it's very important to dry everything. Here I'm using the same brush again, and I'm scrubbing my floors and all the edges on the walls real good. It just makes it easier so that I don't have to be on my knees. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a microfiber towel and my spray away window cleaning spray, and go ahead and clean that from the inside, and it just leaves it spotless. It leaves my shower doors looking brand new. Then when it's time to do the outside, I grab my Clorox bottle again, and I'm gonna spray just the area that's near the toilet where there could be any urine splashes. I spray that real good with Clorox to disinfect and clean. And then I go ahead with my sprayway and I clean all my glass doors real good in between the cracks. Just makes such a difference. When I used to use Windex, I'd always have streak marks and just watermarks, and now it just looks brand new. Then I get my sprayway stainless steel polish and I polish everything that's in there, and it just looks amazing. And here I'm putting back again the shower little caddies, I guess, that I got on Amazon. They're so easy to put back. You just put it, you give it a little hit, and it's on. I put everything back right away. You don't have to wait for it to, suction good or anything like that. It's amazing. And it's so easy. If sometimes I move it around and I'll put it on a different wall, or higher or lower, just anything that works. So it's real functional. And my last tip is clean your baseboards. I use the spray, I clean all my baseboards, and I also go ahead and use it on my walls. If there's any little stain, anything that I see, I clean it on the spot. So I don't have any accumulations of stains or dirtiness or anything like that. It just helps so much. Also your corners. You have to make sure you clean your corners good. Once I start filling my bucket, I do like to use really hot water. I add a little splash of Dawn dish soap for the soapy effect, alcohol to disinfect, and Fabuloso just for the smell, the scent, and it gets real nice and soapy. You're gonna see here, I love it. It cleans my floors so good. I know everybody has different floors and different things work. This is just what works for me, and I use this all over my house. It's amazing. When I'm cleaning my floors, I usually do one pass with my mop, very wet, just to get, water everywhere and the soap everywhere. And then I'll go ahead and, rinse it out, and then I'll start drying. I usually do about 2 or 3 passes just to dry, to make sure there's nothing left on my floors, no product, no standing water, and anything like that. And that's it. Here we are, we're done. So thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe.